Hey everyone, this is a new me 2010. I am checking in for my day 43 week 6 report. I couldn't remember. I'm just checking in to let you know that I'm here, and also that it was an interesting week. It was a good week, but it was an interesting week and kind of a really frustrating week at the same time. I was supposed to, okay, well, let me back up. First of all, I ended up missing a day. I missed Tuesday, which for me was a sweat day, and I was kind of really annoyed about that. And this is why I missed it. Our apartment was supposed to be getting new windows, and we were informed by our landlord that they would be here 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning to start putting in the windows. And so my roommate and I, on Monday night, after I finished my workout, decided to move everything away from the windows, like we were asked to do, is move everything away from the windows. And in doing so, I had to move everything into the area where I work out. But I didn't think this was going to be an issue because they were coming at 8 a.m. and they would be done by the early afternoon, so I would still have time to put everything in the living room at least, back against the windows and get my workout in. But it did not end up that way. What ended up happening is that the workers never showed up. So I went to my morning class, and I got back from my morning class, and after my morning class, I'm waiting for the workers to show up, and nothing. And it wasn't until 4 o'clock that we found out that they weren't coming at all. And so my roommate and I were reluctant to move everything back against the windows because we're like, well, maybe they're just coming tomorrow, so we won't worry about it right now. So we didn't move everything. So I figured, okay, my workout's just not going to get into it because I have nowhere to do it. So what ended up happening is that 9 p.m. that night, after I got back from my evening class, we found out that they were not coming until the next week. So instead, what ended up happening is I ended up missing that day for basically no reason whatsoever because I didn't have to miss it. And so I was really annoyed because since I started Power 90, I have not missed one day. And so I was really frustrated that I missed a day that didn't have to be missed at all. So I was really annoyed. But the rest of the week went okay. I did not miss a day the rest of the week. Although I did substitute my sweat workout one day for a 40-minute walk instead. But overall, I just missed that one day. But I do have to say, that really kind of threw me off. But my diet last week was so much better than it had been the week before. Remember, I had told you that I just had a horrible week with my diet. But my diet was so much better. And in doing that, I think it helped a lot because I was able to actually drop another ½ pound, which is not a lot. Doesn't that seem a lot? But to me, I was really happy with that because the week before, I was afraid I was actually gaining because of the way I had been eating that week. So I'm happy to say that I ended up dropping. And I think I'm back on track now, so it'll be good. I also ended up moving up from sweat 1-2 to sweat 3-4. I think that also has something to do with me losing because I actually feel like I'm being pushed in sweat 3-4, whereas in sweat 1-2, I didn't feel that. I was very used to sweat 1-2, and sweat 2 is somewhat challenging, but I was able to get through sweat 1-2 pretty easily, and I didn't feel like I was really pushing my body that much to pull through things and stuff. But sweat 3-4, I was going through that, and I was just kind of like, I can't finish this exercise. So, which is something new because I can do everything in sweat 1-2. So I think it was time for me to move up. So I'm really glad that I did. So, so that was just fantastic. But I do have a couple of questions for you guys. If you guys can give me feedback, if you can, leave any comments. Day 45 for me is coming up really soon. It's coming up in 2 days. Yay. And it's the halfway point, and I'm actually going to do some measurements at the halfway point, and they are just for me personally. I probably will not share them, but just because it's the halfway point, I want to do some measurements. So I will do that. But getting into the halfway point, it's making me think about the end because Power 90, I will be done with Power 90 on December 12th. And when I'm finished with Power 90 on December 12th, I will not be starting my round 2 of Power 90 until January 11th, so almost a month later. That's a couple reasons. One, because I will be really busy with the holiday season. I work in a church and I know I will have no time to do a full 90 days, but I do not want to stop working out during the week. I probably will not do every day like I do for Power 90 or 6 days like I do for Power 90, but I want to do at least 4 to 5 days, 3 to 4 days, or something like that. But I've been looking into a couple of different programs, and I definitely want to stick with Beachbody. So I'm wondering if any of you out there who are doing Beachbody have any suggestions of a good program. I'm actually considering doing hip hop abs, which I think will just be kind of something fun, and it will actually motivate me to keep going throughout the week. So if anybody has any suggestions of things that would be really cool to put in that 4-week period before I start Power 90, I'd be very, very interested to hear that. And it doesn't have to be one program. It could be something I do one week and something different next week, or it could be 2 programs that I split up. So any suggestions that you guys have, please send me an email, or you can just put a comment down below and I will read that. But anything any suggestions that you might have would be fantastic. Also, I decided that I do want to do Shakeology. I'm hoping to be able to do Shakeology in my last 30 days. The reason is just financial. It really has nothing to do with not wanting to do Shakeology. I very much want to. I think it will be very beneficial for me, and also will help me out with my hardest meal of the day that I just don't like cooking. So it's really hard for me to prepare, but that's just for lunch mostly. I can do dinners in the microwave and like make stuff, but I think the Shakeology will help in that, but it also will just help be very beneficial. So if anybody has any suggestions as far as, like I said, the stuff to do in between, but also if you have any like thoughts about Shakeology, if you've done Shakeology before, or if you have any recipes for Shakeology, just give me your feedback. I just want to hear more about Shakeology. I've heard about it from some people, but I'm just kind of curious, to hear what your take is on it. My coach is trying to get me to do Shakeology, which I most likely will do. It's not a matter if I'm going to do it, it's just a matter of when. And so I probably will do that very, very shortly. But anyway, just leave suggestions, comments down below in the comments. And hopefully I will hear from you guys. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday. Bye.